All right, finally back. Jeez, that took forever. All right, finally back here. Here we go. So Georgia defense finally starting to struggle a bit. They gave up the QB run, and now it's a third down for Notre Dame. Dalen Everett, dominant in the SEC championship game, just had a big coverage play on that last one. It's third down. They're going to throw a bubble out to Greathouse, and Notre Dame is stuffed. So there it is. The Dogs, after giving up a huge run to Riley Leonard, it's going to bring up a fourth down. So Notre Dame finally did figure something out offensively, and now the field goal unit coming out onto the field for the Fighting Irish. But yeah, definitely huge for them. Jaden Greathouse couldn't get much in the bubble screen though. But yeah, you see the limitations in Riley Leonard. Here's Mitch Jeter, who's been pretty rough this year, 8 for 15. Notre Dame's one of the worst kicking teams in college football. Jeter drills it. Yes, gets it in through the left, and it is good. So Notre Dame ties it up at 3-3 here in the All-State Sugar Bowl after a great drive from Riley Leonard. His running ability broke Notre Dame's offense through that Georgia wall there for a bit. That was huge. Huge, huge, huge there for Riley Leonard. And Notre Dame's offense, they finally get something going. I mean, again, it's been really rough for them, but they eventually got it going. So, yeah, I mean, there was the big plays. You get Riley Leonard involved in the ground game, and that's where you're going to have to win. You're going to have to win through the running. Leonard is going to have to. It's really just who controls the line of scrimmage, and that is, I mean, that's Riley Leonard. He ran for a 32-yard run. That is how you're going to have to win this game if you're Notre Dame, because Georgia, it's just whoever wins the trenches, to be honest, is the winner of this game. Both quarterbacks are limited passing, although I think that Stockton's actually done a decent job. That throw to Arian Smith, that was a big play. So, honestly, I think Gunnar Stockton has been the better quarterback early on in this game for sure. I mean, he threw a 66-yarder to Smith. So, I think Gunnar Stockton's actually done a really, really solid job. But as far as everyone else, I mean, Riley Leonard just hasn't done much. Neither team's ground game. Georgia had their ground game going a bit. Yeah. But yeah, just definitely got to give credit though to Gunnar Stockton. I think Gunnar Stockton's come out playing really well. The ground game for Georgia not doing great. ETN has 22 yards rushing, averaging about 3 per carry. So, but yeah, Notre Dame. We're seeing Notre Dame and Georgia's limitations right now. We're both seeing those limitations right now. That's really what we're seeing is both teams passing. Honestly, I think Georgia they've taken actually some. So I think Georgia's actually not as limited passing the ball, but Notre Dame is 100% limited passing. Riley Leonard is not a passer. I mean, it's Riley Leonard. He's never been that great of a passer. He's a running quarterback. That's what he does best. And Notre Dame and Georgia are tied up at 3-3 here. So this will be interesting to see how these next couple drives go. Riley Leonard is going to be getting the ball back soon at some point. But right now, it's Georgia and Anthony Evans back to return. It is a 3-3 football game. Georgia was driving down the field, had the ball knocked out. It was Trevor Etienne who fumbled it. And then Notre Dame quickly went and lost and blew their possession. And then Georgia ended up going and hitting a long pass to Arian Smith to score their field, get into field goal range and kick their three. And then Notre Dame had a big 30-yard run from Riley Leonard. That got them into field goal range and got a field goal. So there you go. Both teams have had some big plays in the running game, especially because Well, that's just how these two teams play football. It's running football. Tonight, the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl will be going on between Duke and Ole Miss, but Duke will not have Malik Murphy, and I don't know who's opting out for Ole Miss. So, yeah, who cares? Really, at the end of the day, this is the game that matters right here. Georgia versus Notre Dame. 8:20 to play in the second quarter. We'll see how Stockton does this drive. He's looked good so far. And it's Gunnar Stockton dropping back. Blindside pressure. And he's dropped. Gunnar Stockton goes down. Tuialamaka. What a play. Again, they're missing Riley Mills, one of their best defensive players and best D linemen, and it's a great play here off the edge from Notre Dame. They need guys to step up, and Georgia gets beat there from the left side of the line. Absolute killing blow there. That is a big loss of yards. Good for Gunnar Stockton to at least not fumble the ball, because easy to do that on blindside pressure. So Notre Dame gets their second sack of the game. Georgia now backed up pretty far. It's Stockton going to look, firing middle of the field. They're going to get a lot of those yards back. They're going to a first down. It is Oscar Delp. Big play. Someone lost a shoe. But just like that, Georgia's offense back on track to about the they're at the Notre Dame, or not the Notre Dame 3. I'm an idiot. They're at the, Watts is down. There, Georgia will get up to their own 38-yard line, but a huge play in the passing game. Gunnar Stockton hitting Oscar Delp. Again, crossers, slants. Georgia's really attacking that middle of the field right now. And Watts goes down. So that is, again, that's just a killer, man. If you're Notre Dame, I mean, you get a sack like that, you get a big play, back Georgia up, and then you give up that. I mean, just dang, man. So Georgia, again, they lost 9 yards on the sack from Junior Tuialamaka, and then Gunnar Stockton just comes right back with a long pass to Delp for 20 yards. It's these little chunk plays here and there that are the difference in this game. Love it, dude. Tavondre Sweat is a goat. That's so funny, dude. So here we go. Georgia gets a lot of the momentum back with that 22-yard completion to Delp. Oh, wow. Okay, that was Watts. He got his shoe taken off by his own teammate there. His teammate stepped on his foot and took his shoe clean off, too. So from the Georgia 38-yard line, it's Stockton with ETN in the backfield, and they'll go to ETN. He's got a crease in ETN. Going to get about 8 yards on that carry, and it'll bring up a second down and short. And Trevor Etienne, he's been the workhorse back for Georgia when he's been healthy this year. He's been very good. Georgia hurries up to the line. It's second down and 2. Most likely going to be another handoff here. And it is a keeper. Stockton driven down. Tuamalaga again makes the play. 3rd and short coming up for the Dogs. But that is oh man, it's a killer for Georgia right there. They tried to run the read option, which is something that they can't really do with Beck. Stockton a lot more mobile. That play got shut down. 3rd and 3 from the 45 of Georgia. It is Carson Beck. I'm an idiot. It's Gunnar Stockton. 3rd and 3. 2 for 5 on 3rd down today. Stockton has been hitting these slants and quick routes easy. They cannot give him an easy read on this 3rd and 3. Gunnar Stockton takes the snap. 4-man, 3-man rush. Stockton, and it is incomplete. Through a slant pass broken up by Clark on Dylan. Is that Lovett? I think that's Dominic Lovett who dropped this ball. Georgia with the most drops from wide receivers in the country. This ball thrown a bit behind Lovett, though. Good coverage from Clark on that one. And Kirby Smart, he can be pretty aggressive at times, but a lot of the time he does trust his defense a lot, though. And in a game like this, field position is everything. There's no point in gifting the other team good field position. So on 4th and 3, that Georgia will punt, and we'll see if Notre Dame has finally learned their lesson about rushing the punter. Drew Miller, he will send it away. No one's going to rush him, and this punt will be caught at the 20, and Notre Dame will advance it to the 25 before being brought down. And with 5.5 minutes to go in this quarter, Notre Dame will come out onto the field. So there's Jalen Walker. I don't know what's going on with Walker over there, but 5.5 minutes to go here in this first half. It's a 3-3 football game. Notre Dame and Georgia. It's been a game all about the line of scrimmage. What's going on with Walker? Why is he not on the field to start the drive? First and 10. Notre Dame will start with it at their own 24-yard line. Riley Leonard gashed Georgia last time running the football. Georgia's got to be ready for that this time. It's Leonard on 1st and 10. Leonard throws right side. Got a man open. First down Notre Dame, and a couple spin moves there from Jordan Faison, who had a big game against Indiana. He was their top receiver in that first round win, and it's Jordan Faison who makes this catch. This is a good blocking scheme here from Notre Dame. They get the right blocks. Ooh, that could have been a hold maybe, but yeah, they're going to throw it outside, and Faison makes a big grab right there. 1st and 10. They've now advanced it to the 37. Faison with 3 receptions, 34 yards. He's probably their leading receiver. Love is in the backfield on 1st and 10, and he'll get it. It's Jeremiah Love, and the bodies and pads clashing, and Love is going to be taken down right there in the middle of the field. So 2nd down as C.J. Allen makes that tackle. It's going to be a 2nd down coming up, 2nd and 8. So Notre Dame and Georgia both haven't really found that traction in the ground game. Other than some QB runs from Leonard, the run game, just, sitting back, I form, or sitting back with these inside zones, nothing's really working in the run game for either of these teams. 2nd and 8, 4.5 to play. It's all about the clock. Leonard takes the snap, and he goes to Love, dashing up the middle, and he'll get a few yards. Stackhouse makes the tackle. 3rd down coming up for Notre Dame. Both teams have not been very successful on 3rd down, and if you're Notre Dame, the read options, the QB draws, that's got to be what you run most of this game. As Notre Dame, 90 total yards, Georgia with 148. They've been a lot more explosive in the passing game. The Dogs have been. It's a 3rd down and 3 for Notre Dame here. Leonard motions Bo Collins inside, and it's Leonard. They're going to pass. Walker coming in, and it's Leonard escaping, and he'll just throw it away. How about that defense from the Dogs? Jalen Walker, the best linebacker in the country, making his impact felt on this 3rd down as he's able to just bull rush the tackle back into Leonard, forcing him to escape. I mean, that's just a textbook play from an elite player, Jalen Walker, a future 1st-round pick. He's just elite, man. And Notre Dame will punt the football. Fair catch signaled by Anthony Evans, and it'll be fair caught. 3.5 minutes to play here in this first half. So the winner of this game will face Penn State in the second round or in the semifinals. Texas and Ohio State already the matchup set on the other side of the bracket. My Horns stayed alive yesterday. Good punt from Notre Dame, so Georgia will start at their own 14. And it's ETN in the backfield. Kaiser coming on a blitz. Stockton throwing left side. Incomplete. That was an incomplete pass. I think it was intended for Urasek, if I'm not mistaken. And that is the Georgia backup tight end. I mean, Kirby loves his two tight end sets, although this one is that. Oh, it's Lucky. Okay. This one's intended for Lucky. And it's incomplete. Good coverage from Notre Dame, even without Ben Morrison. Still one of the best, if not the best, secondary in college football. It's always tough to get a lot of yards against this team and through the air. Stockton 8 for 11, 130 yards. I think Stockton's played really well as they're going to fake the give to ETN. More pressure coming. Stockton floats it, and it was again intended for Lucky, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up. So that is a bad. I think he could have, if he hit him in stride, maybe he could have had something there. But a lot of pressure from Notre Dame. I don't know what Kirby's talking about here. He's always got something to say. No doubt about Kirby Smart. We have a 3rd down and 10, 14-yard line for Georgia, and it's Gunnar Stockton on 3rd and 10. Urasek on the sideline. And Georgia is, I think, 2 for 6. Here's Stockton. Going to roll to his right. Gunnar Stockton throws it out of bounds. And that will end the drive. A quick 3 and out from the Dogs as they just were not able to get the air offense going. The air raid offense here. I think they ran 3 straight passing plays. Yeah, they did. 3 straight passing plays from Georgia. Definitely a rarity in a game like this where it's the type of game where helmets are clanging and pads are popping. You know, it's just that type of game. It's one of those physical battles. And Notre Dame, it's all about field position and punts and good defense. And this is a big punt from Drew Miller here. 4th and 10. They need to try to flip the field. And this ball, it actually was a good punt. They get them to about the 38-yard line. So Hurleman couldn't return at that time. And Notre Dame will get the football back. So 3 minutes to play, 3:09 specifically to play here in this first half. Georgia and Notre Dame tied up at 3 apiece. It's all about the ground games, and right now, both teams have had their big plays. Actually, for Georgia, the offense has actually worked well in the passing game. Great job by Gunnar Stockton. He hit Arian Smith for a 60-yard play. Georgia kicked a field goal. Riley Leonard ran for 30 yards. Notre Dame kicked a field goal. So it's just that type of game. It's all about the ground games. It's all about establishing control at the line of scrimmage. And right now, I think it's been pretty even so far. I give Notre Dame the advantage, probably, because I say that they've been really dominant in the run game so far. But Georgia's been better in the pass rush. As here, actually, no, Georgia, I think Notre Dame has 2 sacks. I think Notre Dame overall has probably done better. But they haven't been able to get those explosive offensive plays in the passing game like Georgia has. So they ran a little jet sweep to Jaden. Wait, that's Jordan Faison who got that carry. Or that little run. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 7. He only got 3. But Georgia definitely has more potential for explosion in the passing game, in my opinion, because of their weapons and their tight ends and guys like that. And honestly, Stockton's just probably throwing the ball better. 2nd and 7. Leonard looking for the slant, and it's caught. Great reception by Jaden Greathouse. He's going to be marked about a yard short of the 1st down marker, but a great catch there. And Faison, they're going to show his lacrosse highlights. Dude is a dog on the lacrosse field as he scored 15 goals in 17 games. And that was a cool little behind the head shot. And Notre Dame actually won the 2024 lacrosse championship. So Faison looking to win a national championship in 2 sports. That's got to be some sort of major like record or milestone. As here's a 3rd and 1, and we're gonna hit the 2-minute timeout here. 3rd and 1, about the 49 or something. They're close to midfield. It's about the same. So Coach Kirby and the Dogs, Coach Freeman and the Fighting Irish. I mean, again, styles make matchups. And in a game like this, the styles are making this matchup what it is. It's two teams that want to do the same thing. Run the football, control the ground game. That is what both of these teams want to do. They both want to control the line of scrimmage, and they want to establish their superiority through the running backs, through ETN and Love, maybe a little QB runs here and there as well. That's just the type of football that's being played right now. I think both these teams are doing a great job on the defensive side. It's, both defensive lines, both front sevens are really controlling this game. I mean, for Notre Dame, they're getting sacks. They're getting good pressure on Gunnar Stockton consistently. For Georgia, they're completely bottling up Jeremiah Love in the Notre Dame ground game. So it's really just, again, the styles make the matchup. And in this situation, Georgia and Notre Dame are definitely both going at it here. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 at the Notre Dame 47 after the 2-minute timeout. But lots of punting, unfortunately. So Georgia has had they punted their opening drive. Notre Dame punted. Georgia fumbled after their best drive of the game. Notre Dame punts, field goal, punt. It's a lot of punting going on right now in this game, and that's just Georgia and Notre Dame. I mean, and again, it's not one of those games where it's like, oh, if you can make the other team play your style of football, you'll win or you'll lose. Like, I feel like Texas gets caught up in Georgia's type of football game. And it's just how it goes. I mean, it's Georgia and Notre Dame. It's not like one team's going to try to force the other team into playing their style of football or their tempo. Both these teams play pretty much the exact same way. I mean, it's just, although I will say with Georgia, they have been trying to pass the football a little more, and I think they need to unleash Gunnar Stockton a bit. I mean, they tried to that last drive, actually, but he threw a few incompletions. Notre Dame's getting a ton of pressure, but he's throwing some really good balls today. The big play to Delp, the big play to Smith. He's actually made some good high-quality throws. But it is a defensive battle out there. So who are these studs out here, man? What's going on? So it's going to be a 3rd and 1 at the Notre Dame 47-yard line. 3rd and 1. Leonard going to keep it himself, and he barrels forward, picks up the first down. It's Georgia's biggest weakness as a team is stopping the quarterback run, and Riley Leonard takes advantage of it there on the QB blast. Here's a 1st down and 10, about a minute 30. Both teams have all their timeouts as Leonard gonna take off and run, sheds a tackler, and Leonard picks up the 1st down with his legs. I mean, it's gotta be the option. Riley Leonard, he is mobile, and that is what they have to exploit. Georgia struggles against this run from the quarterback, and right here, Leonard makes a read, gaping hole up the middle. I think that was Stackhouse who tried to make a play. 1st and 10 now. Leonard going deep down the sideline. Incomplete. Never had a chance. Terrible throw from Leonard. It was Bo Collins who was on that far side of the field. Way out of bounds from Leonard there. Faison has been the main target. Bo Collins, I think, led the team in receiving throughout the regular season. I mean, these Notre Dame weapons are not... They don't put up eye-popping numbers, and again, this is how the way Notre Dame plays. It's smash mouth football, pound the rock, 1960s style. 2nd and 10, Leonard from the Georgia 39. He'll throw it out in the flat. It's going to be caught, and Mitchell Evans will see where he got to. Is the tight end? Kirby's right there arguing with the ref. I don't know. Maybe they spot him the 1st down. I think they did. And Mitchell Evans, it's going to be close. It's a close spot there. But they gave him the first down. They've got to get the snap off, and they do. Georgia sends a blitz. Leonard is pressured, and he's dropped. The dogs come flying in. Smell Munden Jr. Notre Dame calls a timeout with 56 seconds remaining, but just when it looked like they were starting to score some points or potentially get some big plays, Georgia dials up the pressure. They send two guys, C.J. Allen and Smale Munden, and the running back for Notre Dame there, he got a good chip block off, or a nice little block off there on Allen, but Smale Munden then came in, and for Notre Dame, I mean, it's just poor execution on the part of the quarterback. And the rest of the block, I mean, also kind of the blocking scheme as well. I blame the blocking scheme, to be honest, right now. I blame the blocking. I mean, again, you got to be, and I also, Leonard, you got to be ready for that. You got to be ready for the blitz. And, yeah, you got to be ready for the blitz. But great job by Coach Smart right there and the Notre Dame coaching staff. No doubt about that. Amazing job by them to dial up that blitz. I mean, that is exactly what you wanted in that situation. Speed up Riley Leonard's processing at the very least, and at the best, at the best result is you get a big sack, and now Notre Dame loses 11 yards and they're at the Georgia 40 instead of being down near the inside the 30. As here's Leonard. Another QB run. Leonard up the middle. Dan Jackson makes the tackle, and so is KJ Bolden. It's going to be a third down here for Notre Dame, but they actually got back some decent amount of yardage there as they get to the 30. So it'll now be a 3rd and 11. Leonard gets 10 yards back, and there's a time. Someone's helmet came off? Xavier Thomas. Who's Xavier Thomas? I don't know. Oh, a guy for Georgia. Okay, so Thomas's helmet came off. So he will be on the sideline here as they're looking to make sure it's screwed on tight. I don't know what they just said. The clock will start on the snap here. Okay, that's cool. Clock will start on the snap. 3rd down and 11 for Riley Leonard and this Notre Dame offense. They're at the Georgia 30-yard line. 48 seconds to play. They've gone 8 plays, 32 yards. Riley Leonard, 3rd and 11. Clock will start on the snap. So no 10-second runoff. 3rd and 11. Leonard gets the snap. They send a blitz. He checks it out of the flat, and that ball is incomplete. Wouldn't have even mattered. That play was not going anywhere. So Notre Dame tried to throw a little screenplay there or something, and they instead they get nothing. So it is going to be another field goal. Mitch Jeter coming out to kick a field goal here. They say his target line is about 5 yards back, so they say that he's in field goal range. But Jeter, again, he's been inconsistent this season. He made his first field goal from 44, and this is from 48 yards away. So here it is. To give Notre Dame the lead before the half, as we have a stoppage here before the snap. And Georgia will take a timeout here to try to ice this kicker. Riley Leonard. So here we go. 48 yards from Jeter. Here it is. The kick is on the way, and it looks good if it has distance, and it does. Money from Mitch Jeter. I don't know when he missed all these field goals, but he's been money so far in the postseason. Notre Dame leading 6-3, and that kick, it was perfect with room to spare right down the middle. Nice kick from Jeter, and Georgia trailing 6-3. Marcus Freeman pumped, because in a game like this, every point matters so much more when it's a game that's as low scoring as this one. I think he might have missed a field goal in the NIU game where it got blocked. Again, that NIU loss is truly the funniest loss of all time for Notre Dame. Man, that was brutal. Oh, okay. Yeah, he missed. This Jeter guy missed 2 field goals in that NIU game. One of them was 48. It got blocked in that game, and then the other one was at the end of the game. It was a 62-yarder that got blocked. So the 2 of them were blocked anyway. So it was like, I don't know. I really don't know. Did he miss any against like USC? Like, has he missed? I mean, I feel like he's been really good lately. He missed a field goal against USC as well. One of his misses in that game, as he'll boot this one into the end zone for a touchback. In that game, he missed a field goal. 27 is brutal. Wow. Okay. Anyway, so Stockton, yeah, I think Stockton's honestly played really well for Georgia in this first half. I think he's done a good job moving around the pocket. I want to watch this deep ball to Arian Smith. Yeah, this is a great throw right here by Gunnar Stockton. Perfectly placed. Arian Smith had a step on his guy, about a step or two. He started 7 for 7 for 109 yards. He has struggled since, though, with a 1 for 6 stat line, 21 yards. And now there's blindside pressure, and the ball is out! The ball is out! And Notre Dame gets the recovery! That is a brutal, brutal play for Georgia. That is a massive play in this game. The blindside pressure from the Fighting Irish. How about that? Notre Dame, the most takeaways in college football at the FBS level. And a brutal turnover that sets up Notre Dame at the Georgia 13-yard line. Gunnar Stockton got the ball knocked out. Notre Dame looking to add on. They fake it to Love. Leonard, end zone! Touchdown, Notre Dame! Bo Collins! And Notre Dame roars into this second half with a ton of momentum. They're about to go on a 10-0 run to end the half. Wow! Just a few moments ago, this game was 3-3. And all of a sudden, Notre Dame with the swing of momentum. RJ Oben knocked the ball out. Junior Tuihalamaka got the recovery. And then next play, Bo Collins puts Notre Dame in the end zone. Field goal is good. Or PAT is good. Notre Dame, 13-3. An avalanche of momentum here at the end of the half in their favor. And Gunnar Stockton, he was not able to make a play there with the blindside pressure. And just like that, this game has been turned upside down. To fix that at halftime. Why I say 12-3? I changed the scoreboard. Oh man, this thing's annoying. Oh, there we go. This should fix it. Wow, I'm honestly shocked right now. Like I'm sitting here and I can't believe it. Like that actually just happened in this game. Notre Dame Notre Dame just got the big turnover. So how about that? Notre Dame, most points off of turnovers in college football, and it comes today in a big moment. 27 seconds to play. How does Georgia play this to end the half? I honestly don't know how they play this here. I think you just got to take it to the half, Kirby. Maybe run the ball, try to get something, but it's not looking good. Stockton on 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. ETN trying to burst free, and a good tackle by Notre Dame. It is ETN who goes down. Moore takes him down. And with 15 seconds to play, I think Georgia's just going to run this down. So there's Beck on the sideline. Honestly, don't think Beck would be able to do much right now with the blindside pressure Stockton's had on him. 5 seconds to go. It's Stockton, and he's got time. He'll check it down. ETN racing down the sideline, and he'll go out of bounds. And that is how the first half ends. The Sugar Bowl is 13-3. Notre Dame with the lead and the ball after half. So stay tuned, guys. I'll be back for the second half of this one. But Notre Dame leading Georgia 13-3 right now. They are playing really, really good football on the defensive side. So, yeah, I'll catch you all in the second half. Be sure to like, subscribe if you enjoy the stream, you enjoyed listening to more college football playoff games coming, NFL playoff games, going to be live streaming all of those. So be sure to click the subscribe button if you enjoyed listening to, and I will catch you guys in the second half. I'll be back later. In the second half, I'll be back. Don't worry. So, catch y'all then. So I sit back down and Notre Dame is in the end zone. Oh my goodness. Let me just restart. Let me call this. I want to call this like a stud. So Notre Dame will field the kickoff, and here it is. He'll sidestep, running past the 20. He's breaking out to the right side. He's going down the sideline. Notre Dame! Unbelievable! The Fighting Irish just landed what could be the gut punch that ends the Dogs. Oh my goodness! Notre Dame! And the Dogs! Jaden Harrison cribbed it. That might be good night. Wow, I actually can't believe it, dude. Notre Dame, they actually just scored that. That's unbelievable. Georgia fans are stunned. The Fighting Irish have laid the gauntlet down. If the Dogs want to make a comeback in this game, they have laid the gauntlet. 100% laid it down. So they will kick this one off, and Georgia, they're looking for a spark, and Evans will return it, and he's going to be tripped up by the Fighting Irish. So Notre Dame. Wow, Marcus Freeman is getting dancy on the sideline. He's getting happy about this right now, but the game is far from over. We know the Dogs can make comebacks, but it is 20-3. Georgia starting at their own 19-yard line. But Marcus Freeman, that is a massive punt return. You're talking, it was a 10-point game, and now it's a full 3-score game for a Georgia offense that put up 3 points in the half. They're going to run a jet sweep. Arian Smith. Full 3-score game, dude. That's actually insane. Jack Kaiser and this Notre Dame defense have dominated, and Georgia's offense has to get going now or never, or else their college football season will end, and they will not be returning to the national championship game like they have the last two, like 2 years ago. They didn't make it the playoffs at all last year. 2 years ago, they were in the Natty beating TCU up. Stockton drops it off. It's Etienne looking to run and bounce it around, and Etienne is stuffed. Etienne. Trevor Etienne got a couple yards there. I thought the screen was pretty well set up at first, but then Etienne got dropped. That is just, again, that kick return is brutal. Notre Dame, that is just brutal. I'm changing the quarter right now, by the way, but geez, that's huge. That is such a huge play in this game. 2nd down and 8. The Dogs at the 34. They desperately need a touchdown on this drive. Stockton dropping back. Gunner gonna launch it deep. Down the sideline. Incomplete. There's definitely gonna be a flagger. No, there's not. Looked like Dylan Bell was taken to the ground here. He has a hold of Bell's jersey. I don't know about that no call right there. I'm going to be honest. Third and 8 now. Third and 8. And play clock is down to 0. Who's calling a timeout? I'm assuming it's going to be Georgia. Did they use a timeout there? And Georgia will use a costly timeout here. That is a big timeout to have to use early on. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So it's going to be a third down and 8 after the PI that was missed. Here's Stockton rolling, and he's going to check it down. It's Jones, but he bobbled it, and Notre Dame is going to stop him. Fourth down coming up. We'll see. Is this when Coach Smart plays his tricks? Because Coach Smart, and we've seen this, he plays his tricky tricks, man. He'll fake a punt in there. He'll do something. He'll do something crazy. So I'm very interested to see if Coach Smart does decide to do that today. But instead, it's Miller. He's going to run and punt this one away. Notre Dame is going to fair catch this one at about the 24-yard line, and they will start with the ball. So, wow. I mean, this game has definitely gotten really interesting, and I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked right now at how this game has unfolded. I mean, Notre Dame, that one strip sack was just a complete game changer. Hey, Texas. We won, baby. escaped ASU, advancing to the college football semis. Let's get it. Let's get it. And then Ohio State dominates Oregon 41-21. Yeah, Ohio State whooped some butt yesterday. I'm not going to lie. Ohio State they looked pretty freaking good, man. 1st and 10, and it'll be Riley Leonard. Handing it off, Jeremiah Love, and he will get a couple yards. Georgia's done a good job in that round game against Love and Notre Dame. And Notre Dame scored so many points there in that stretch before half. That was just a terrible momentum shift that killed Notre Dame there. Or killed Georgia there. Second and 8. Notre Dame. Leonard checking it down, and the ball is batted away by the Dogs. Stackhouse knocked the ball down on the intended target, Jeremiah Love. Third and 8. Play clock down. Blitz is in. Leonard off his back foot. Incomplete. A dangerous throw. When Georgia sends the heat, Riley Leonard has nowhere to go. And Notre Dame will quickly go 3 and out here on this drive. Great job by the Dogs to send the blitz unblocked from the left side. And Georgia... Ooh, took a tumble, didn't he? All right, 4th and 8, and now Notre Dame will punt the football. A huge moment here for James Rendell. And Rendell gets a good piece of it. He drives it to the 30. Anthony Evans on the return. He's trying to get through, and he runs through the middle, and he'll be tackled. And we're in the around the 38-yard line. 11:48 to play here in the third quarter. Georgia trails by 3 scores. Offense has to get going. we go. 1st and 10. Georgia has it at the 37. Fakes the give to Frazier. Stockton has time. Fires deep down the field. It's dropped. Dylan Bell may have scored a touchdown and he dropped it. That is a killer drop. Beck throw, and that's a good catch for or not Beck. Stockton to love it, and Georgia's on the move now. Eleven minutes to play in the third, 44-yard line for Notre Dame, and now it's Trevor Etienne. He's going to get bottled up. He's fighting, and eventually they'll get him down. Second and 7. Stockton, pressure. He flips it out to Frazier, who's going to sprint and pick up the first down. A nice little play right there from Gunnar Stockton. He was aware that he had a running back in the flat, and he was able to make that throw despite feeling pressure. Here is a first down and 10. Stockton has time, firing, end zone, and it is a touchdown! And Georgia's offense is back. Cash Jones makes the reception and stumbles into the end zone. And Georgia is back in the game, 20-9 now. Is how about this play from Gunnar Stockton and Cash Jones? This little running back route never gets picked up by any Notre Dame defenders, and Jones wide open gets into the end zone. And Georgia gonna make this a game here. Jones with 3 TDs in his last 4 games, and a 5-play 63-yard drive ends in a Georgia touchdown. As here's Peyton Woodring's kick. It is perfect. Georgia, 20-10. Notre Dame with the lead. So they get back what they needed. They get out of the half and they score a touchdown. Cash Jones gets into the end zone, and for Georgia, Dylan Bell dropping that touchdown, or what would have been at the very least a massive gain. Georgia's still able to overcome that, and they get in the end zone and make it a 20-10 game. So this ball game's not over yet. Dogs are still fighting. Here we go. So Georgia is now going to kick off. Here we go. First and 10, Georgia back in the game. Crowd at the Sugar Bowl back into it. 9.5 to play. Riley Leonard and this Notre Dame offense. Do they have another answer? Leonard gonna step up and run. Leonard! Ball knocked out of his hand as he was going out of bounds. So the one thing that you can say if you're Georgia, it's going to be tough for them to get offensive drives against this Notre Dame team. There's no doubt their defense is good. However, the one thing is Notre Dame doesn't have a single they don't have a single long sustaining TD drive. Their touchdowns came off of a short field on a fumble and a kick return. Georgia's defense has done the job today. 2nd and 7. Leonard looking to run outside. Leonard gonna fight and get a couple yards. But again, the momentum is coming back to the Dogs here. If they can get a third down stop, this game starts to get very, very interesting very quickly. In Georgia, again, they were down 17. They got in the end zone. The game is not over yet. Third and 5. Leonard takes the snap, drops back, fires. First down, Mitchell Evans. The tight end for the Fighting Irish, the old reliable number 88, gets the first down. The number 7 tight end prospect in this upcoming draft. First and 10. Hand off to Jeremiah Love. He bounces it to the outside. Jeremiah Love. Oh, a flag comes in from the secondary. The ball also came out and Georgia recovered it. But I think that for one, Jeremiah Love was down. And I think that this big run is also coming back. First explosive run of the day for Jeremiah Love. And I believe that it will come back. A flag in the second level. I think they're going to get someone for a hold. And they will get a hold here on Jaden Greathouse, the wide receiver. So in the second level, he got hit with a hold. And yeah, right there, Jaden Greathouse. Once Love started to hit that outside, they call Greathouse for the hold. So a big play negated by the officiating there on that holding call, which I think was the right call. First and 15 now. First and 15. Leonard gonna throw it underneath. He gets it to Jeremiah Love, but he's only gonna get a few yards there. Second and 13. Mikael Williams working here. Leonard, pressure, throws, incomplete. It was intended for Greathouse. Third and very long coming up as Leonard took a shot and goes down. Third and 13. Leonard checks it down. Jordan Faison turns upfield. He's going to get really close to the marker, about a yard away. And now a decision to make for Marcus Freeman here. Do you risk turning the ball over at midfield for a Georgia team that will have a ton of momentum? And Mikael Williams is down. That is the worst thing that you could see if you're a Georgia fan. One of the best defensive players in the country. Him and Jalen Walker, quite the duo there on that pass rush. And Williams is down. Man, this has been crazy. This is going to be a very interesting decision for Marcus Freeman at Notre Dame. So it's fourth down, and Notre Dame is a 76% chance that they've been 76% on fourth downs this year. 4th and 1. Midfield. If Georgia gets a stop, the momentum massively shifts. Gotta think it's gonna be a Leonard draw. They're gonna go Love. No, it's Leonard fighting forward. I don't think he got there. I think that he's short. Did they say it's a first down ND? I don't think he got there. They're bringing out the chains onto the field. And he's short! Riley Leonard is short, and Georgia takes over in midfield. Georgia will hand it off. ETN not going to get much. ETN has 11 carries for 38 yards. It has been rough. Second and 9. At the Notre Dame 49. Blitz is in. Stockton taking off. Gunner Stockton takes a big hit. He's going to be down a few yards shy of the first down marker. Third and 3. Stockton hands it off. Jones! Oh, he's going nowhere! Georgia gets stuffed, and it's now a fourth down decision for the Dogs, and this is going to be a pretty easy one for Coach Smart, and it's to go for it. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Georgia, fourth down and probably 3 or 2. I don't know. Did he get a yard of forward progress? I'm not sure. He got pretty stuffed, though. And it will be a 4th and 2 full yards. Georgia 75% on fourth down conversions this year. 6th in college football. Both teams are great on fourth down on offense. 4th and 2. Stockton and Jones. London Humphreys in motion. And a flag is down. I think the Dogs false started. And it will be a false start on Georgia. So a 4th and 2 becomes a 4th and 7. And I don't know what Georgia's going to do now. They're probably going to punt. If you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button if you want to listen to more college football and NFL streams in the future. As that is a killer penalty for Georgia. Only their 3rd penalty of the game for 30 yards. Fairchild, the one who commits the critical false start. He's very upset on the sideline. And now 4th and 7, and Georgia will punt it away. Max Hurleman back to return. And we have another flag down on the punt. Jack Kaiser's in near the punter, and I think this is also going to be a false start on Georgia. If it's not, that makes things really interesting, but I'm going to assume Georgia false started a second time. The officials are coming together every single time to discuss it. Wow. Wow. Defensive delay of game on Notre Dame. That makes it a 5-yard penalty, and now Georgia will go back to a 4th and 2. So just like that, it looked like Notre Dame forced the punt. The defensive delay of game moves it back up to where it originally was. And now Georgia's offense is back on the field for 4th and 2. Here we go. So we're going to get a 4th down and 2 from Georgia regardless. 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Georgia trails 20-10. They've been given a gift by Notre Dame on the defensive delay of game, and now Georgia has to convert. Stockton with ETN in the backfield. They'll motion Lovett over. Georgia 4th and 2. Stockton gets the snap. Looking. Pressure. Comes. Stockton! Incomplete. Or did he catch it? It doesn't matter. Notre Dame is short. Notre Dame forces them to be short. Bell, I don't know if he caught it anyway. But Georgia is short. And the Fighting Irish come up with a massive stop. How about that? Stockton got launched into the ground. And Notre Dame, they pressure on 45% of dropbacks, most in all of college football. They blitz the most, and that is just incredible. They pressure the opposing QB on 45% of dropbacks as Leonard takes it himself, gets a solid gain. Notre Dame, yeah, they pressure the quarterback the most. They've got an amazing defensive line as now Jeremiah Love is cramping or dealing with an injury here, and he will go down. It's 2nd down coming up. I don't even think he got the ball here, so I'm pretty confused. Hasn't been a good day for him or any running back in this game, other than, I guess, Cash Jones, who did manage to snag in a touchdown and reel one in. But Jeremiah Love here, he just kind of caught up there in a sea of bodies and really not sure what happened. But Jeremiah Love is coming off the field, the #1 running back on this team, who only has 6 carries today, which is kind of interesting. And yeah, Georgia, ETN has 11 carries for 38 yards. So Jeremiah Love has a school record of 13 straight games with a rushing touchdown. And Jeremiah Love is a dog, man. He's a dog. He's a great player. Had a 8-yard touchdown against Indiana, which was crazy. But here we go. 2nd and 4. 2nd down and 4. Leonard have it about midfield. And he's got it. Looking slant. No, he'll take off and run. And Riley Leonard got the 1st down. He slides down. And this Notre Dame QB running game, whenever Leonard can take off and run, it's usually a very good sign for the Fighting Irish. I mean, Riley Leonard is a guy who is doing his job right now. He has 85 yards passing only with 1 passing touchdown to Bo Collins at the end of the half, but he's got probably around that in rushing. He's probably got around 70 yards rushing. 1st and 10. They're into Georgia territory now with 2 minutes left in the 3rd. Trying to take some clock off. And they'll give it to Jadarian Prince. He hits the outside. Jadarian Prince going to get about 9 yards on that carry. Maybe 8. Yep, 8 yards on the carry. And a great job there by Notre Dame. Again, they've used a bunch of different running backs this season. And especially in these playoffs, they've gone with multiple guys. And good job here by the running back. By Jadarian Price, not Prince, Price. Jadarian Price gets it to the outside. Notre Dame is at the Georgia 40. And Leonard gives it to Price again. He barrels through, breaks the tackle. Price is trying to stiff arm him in. He's got a 1st down into Georgia territory. And around the 30, he was trying to put Daniel Harris on the ground. And it just did not work out for him. So Price bounces off of a man, gets to the outside. They probably should play Price the rest of the game. He looks good. And again, if Jeremiah Love clearly not healthy, because Price nearly fumbled there. The ball security was questionable. 44 seconds left in the quarter. This probably will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Leonard sends a man in motion. It's Jordan Faison, and he's trying to bounce it to the outside, which He nearly does. Good tackle by the Dogs, and it'll be a second down and medium. Malachi Starks made the tackle, and the clock is winding down here. I doubt Notre Dame will ever get another snap off in this quarter. And yeah, they're just moving around. They're chilling. They're good. They're gonna take this to the fourth quarter. Georgia trailing 20 to 10, 3, 2, 1, and that will do it. So Notre Dame leads by 10 after 3. For 1 quarter to go in the All-State Sugar Bowl. Notre Dame opened up the half with a return touchdown. Georgia was able to get a touchdown back from Cash Jones, but it is 20 to 10. Fighting Irish as we head to the final quarter of this football game. And this is just, this has been just an interesting game here. Unbelievable, man. This has been interesting, man. It has been a very interesting game. Again, Notre Dame, they just had the big plays today. They just had the big plays. That's just, it's simple as that. They've been the ones who forced multiple turnovers. That's been the key. He's that simple. They made the big plays. Second down and 4 for Notre Dame. They're in Georgia territory. Huge drive. Leonard, 5 wide set. Gonna look. Gonna fire. End zone way overthrown. Jaden Harrison was the intended target. Just a bad throw from Leonard, and honestly really good coverage from the Dogs. And now a critical third down coming up. Again, this could be the difference between a 2-possession and three possession game here. So this is a huge play for Notre Dame if they want to win this football game. This third down is one of the most critical plays of the day. 2 for 9 on third down today, but they're averaging about 9 yards per third down. This one's only 4. Play clock down. Leonard looking, throwing it out to the running back out of the backfield, and Georgia stops him. Williams is stopped short, only a couple yards away. And a decision to make for Marcus Freeman here. Do you go for the potential kill shot on this 4th and short, or do you take your field goal? Or maybe you just go out there and try to draw Georgia off sides. I mean, again, you're only about a yard or two away. It's 4th and 1, and Notre Dame's offense is on the field. They're down. They're up 20-10. Georgia needs a stop. Notre Dame has a running back in the backfield. 4th and 1. Faison in motion. Leonard going to roll to his right. Leonard going to throw it. And he's got a first down. Jordan Faison, but a flag is down. And this is probably coming back. Oh my goodness. Notre Dame had the conversion. They got the play call that they wanted. And they're going to... An illegal shift. Oh my goodness. An illegal shift on a 4th down conversion. That is just terrible. Wow, and they said he wasn't set long enough. They said Jordan Faison wasn't set long enough before the motion. That is just a massive call. And now, 4th and 6, Notre Dame have to kick a field goal from 47 yards. Jeter 2 for 2 from 44 and 48. This is a huge one. 2 for 2, no rush. Jeter's kick, it's hooking left, and it stays true and goes in. And Notre Dame leads by 13. So still a 2-possession game. Good on Georgia. I mean, the illegal shift call definitely bailed them out, but goodness gracious, that is a huge, huge, huge call, man. I mean, Georgia, if they end up winning this game at like 1 point, you're going to look back at that call. But Faison I guess he just didn't get set long enough. But Jeter knocks down his 3rd field goal of the day. So still about a full quarter to go. They'll kick this one off, and Georgia will let it go into the end zone. Touchback. And about a full quarter remaining. Notre Dame leading by 13. First and 10. Man in motion. Talking about this play as Stockton throws a slant. It's caught by Bell. And he's going to get the first down. Stockton gonna pitch it out. Creative play call. And now Frazier breaks free into Notre Dame territory. It's Nate Frazier. A nice little creative setup in the backfield. And boom, there goes Frazier. And now they'll dump it out. It's Frazier again. Have a drive, Nate Frazier. He has been huge. Frazier up the middle. He's going to get the first down. So first down and 10. Frazier, they found something here with Nate Frazier for sure. Here is Stockton looking. Another slant. This one is bottled up by Notre Dame. Gray in coverage on Dylan Bell, and Bell pointing at Stockton. He wanted the ball out a little more in front of him in stride. Blitz is sent in. Stockton going to throw the screen out. Oh no, Georgia, they're going to lose a couple yards here. As he threw it out to Delp on the screen, and that play was completely bottled up. Third and 13. Stockton from the 29. Notre Dame sends a blitz. Stockton throws, and it's caught. Dylan Bell. Ball came out, and it's incomplete. He dropped it. 4th and 13 now with 10:57 remaining in the game. Georgia's got a decision to make once again. I mean, if you go for it and you don't get it, the game is almost over. But if you kick a field goal as Stockton took a huge hit, I mean, what does a field goal do for you? It puts you down 10. Notre Dame can just shoot 4 minutes off the clock and the game's almost over. 4th and 13, and Georgia is keeping the offense out there. It's Gunnar Stockton. It's pressure. It's a throw down the middle. Flag is down. PI on Notre Dame. Keeps Georgia alive. And it was Jack Kaiser who never turned his back. First down and 10 now for Georgia. And we have a stoppage. Marcus Freeman wants to call a timeout here. First and 10. Stockton going end zone. Incomplete. That was good coverage from Notre Dame there on Nitro Tuggle. And Stockton will run, and he'll get a few yards there and to bring up a third down once again for Notre Dame's defense, trying to get a stop as a Fighting Irish player is down here after the play was over. And there's another Notre Dame defensive lineman down. That penalty is just a killer. I mean, it was a bad throw. Gunnar Stockton underthrew it, but the linebacker just never turned his head around to the ball. Facts. Talking about Bert. Oh, man. This is going to be a huge, huge third down coming up for Georgia. Third and 7 for the Dogs here. They converted a 4th and 13 with the pass interference. Now they have a 3rd and 7. Gunnar Stockton. From the 11-yard line of Notre Dame. 10 minutes to play in this football game. Stockton, blitz, in, escapes. Look at Gunnar Stockton running, and he's going to only get a couple yards. He'll be short. Great blitz from Notre Dame, forced him out. He had to run for his life, and Gunnar Stockton eventually went down. It's going to be a 4th and 5, and again, Kirby, if you go for a 4th and 13, you're going for a 4th and 5. So 9:45 to play in this one now. The clock is ticking. Georgia trying to get another 4th down. Carson Beck on the sideline. on this right side. Love it. Lucky. Here's a fourth down. Notre Dame blitzes. They throw a fade up to the end zone. Incomplete. And there's not going to be a flag on that one. 9:25 to play, and Georgia tried to throw the fade to the corner, but the Notre Dame secondary makes their play. I mean, this ball, yeah, Lucky never really had a chance at this ball. This is up in the corner, and he just kind of goes down, and the ball is way over. And Marcus Freeman, he's happy about that right there. So now Notre Dame will be able to run some clock and try to end this football game on their own terms. I mean, if they can chew off 3-4 minutes here, I mean, you're sitting pretty good. So they're at their own 9-yard line to start the drive. You cannot go 3 and out. You've got to get some sort of offense going here. Maybe it's a run with Riley Leonard. That's what seems to get Georgia to struggle. 1st and 10. And it's Leonard handing it off. Jeremiah Love up the middle. He'll get a few yards and he'll go down. And so not bad at all. Wait, I'm an idiot. That's Jadarian Price. Jeremiah Love is dealing with a right knee injury right now. He's in discomfort trying to cut back and forth, and it looks like Notre Dame, they put a knee brace on their star running back, but they're right now rocking Jadarian Price. They're taking the play clock. They probably should take it down to like 8 seconds every time as they go to Price again, and he's trying to follow his blockers. He'll be stopped up the middle. So Notre Dame will be able to kill this clock to under 8 minutes, but that is, if they can pick up a first down here, again, that would be huge. As Love's still on the sideline, Price getting the last couple carries, huge third down coming up. If I'm Notre Dame, I mean, I think that they got to go with a QB run here or something. Third and 3. Third down. Leonard rolls, checks it down, it's complete, and he's running people over. Did Notre Dame get the first down? Kirby Smart thinks he was short. What is Kirby trying to do here? Is the ball over the first down marker? Is he definitively sure? And I think he is probably going to be just a bit short. They're going to review the spot. And the runner is short, so Georgia gets the third down stop. It'll be a 4th and short. And Notre Dame, they're about a yard, half a yard short, and I think that they're just going to go punt this football and make Georgia work their way down the field. So Coach Kirby Smart was right about the spot. No doubt about that. He was right about that. And Notre Dame, they're going to run their offense out onto the field here. And now Georgia has to get their defense on the field. What is happening right now? And Georgia jumped off sides. Leonard just going to bomb it deep. Bo Collins incomplete. But Georgia jumped off sides. Wow. And Georgia jumped off sides. Kirby is furious. What a moment there for Marcus Freeman. They got Georgia to jump off sides. First and 10, and now Jadarian Price can pick up some yards. So they get Jalen Walker, the Butkus Award winner and the best linebacker in college football, to jump off sides. And Smart says, he's trying to say you can't do that, but Georgia, that's just unbelievable. That is just unbelievable. Freeman had his special teams unit out there, substituted his offense. Georgia's defense was able to get on the field, and then I don't even know if Notre Dame was going to run a play, but they got him off to jump off sides. So second down and 9 at the 25. And it's Leonard handing it off to Jadarian Price. So now they've killed this clock exactly the way they've wanted to. Now they're going to be able to get this to under 6 minutes in the game. What a coaching job here from Marcus Freeman. All right. 3rd and 7. A conversion here would be incredible for Notre Dame. And it's going to be Riley Leonard on the ground. Leonard trying to get to the outside. He dives for the first down. Notre Dame picks it up. And they are now one step closer to the semifinal. Riley Leonard picks up the first down, and now 5 minutes to play. Handing it off up the middle. Jadarian Price got the football here. About 4:55 to play. Second down coming up. That's crazy. Oh yeah. Here we go. Notre Dame has a second down and 8. And they're going to run a nice little revert or nice little fullback type play here. Little end around type deal. Third and 1 coming up. So Georgia, assuming Notre Dame just runs the football here, Georgia's going to have under 4 minutes to play with. And for an offense that's only scored 1 touchdown this game, they're going to need 2. Notre Dame right now is spreading them out. It's got to be Riley Leonard on a QB blast. They're motioning a man around. And it's going to be Leonard probably. They got Price in motion. It's Riley Leonard. First down, Notre Dame. Everyone in the stadium pretty much knew what play call was coming, and yet Notre Dame's so physical you can't stop it. Has a hole to run through, and he picks up the first down. And Marcus Freeman, he's feeling good. He's been animated on the sideline all game long. Notre Dame, 3:40 to play. They can keep just burning as much clock as they want. If you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. Helps the channel out a lot. First and 10 for Riley Leonard and Notre Dame. And it'll be a handoff to Darian Price up the middle. I mean, the yardage really doesn't matter anymore. Obviously, Notre Dame would love to get into field goal range and make it a full 2-possession game, 16 points. But the clock will be chewed as the game clock just stopped here. Georgia only has 1 timeout left. Oh, wait, Georgia? When did Georgia lose their other timeout? It's Kirby is talking over here. It's been a tough game for Georgia, and Georgia just used their final timeout. So this is it. I mean, Notre Dame can now stop the clock, can run the clock unopposed here. And they're going to run a little reverse here to Jaden Greathouse. No, it's Jordan Faison. He's got the first down, but a flag is down. Jordan Faison got the first down. And it would have ended the game pretty much, but a flag is down. Ooh, illegal formation. That's tough. Second and 13, and now they'll just go to smash mouth football. Oh, Williams is fighting for as many yards as possible. He got 2, but he fought for those yards. And now when this play clock goes down, it's going to be around 2:20. And with no timeouts remaining, if Notre Dame just runs the football, all Notre Dame has to do, they can run this clock down to the 2-minute warning, which means that Georgia will have no more stoppages. It is 3rd and 11. Notre Dame runs this clock down as low as possible, and then you just have you just have a play. Third and 11. Leonard just going to keep it and run it up the middle. Georgia will stop him after a gain of a few. And now Notre Dame will take this to the 2-minute timeout, and then they will punt. So there's no time. This is it. I mean, there's no timeouts left for Georgia. There's no way for them to stop the game. Notre Dame will now just punt it away, a clean punt operation. Ideally pin Georgia super deep, and then boom, they will barely have any time left. They'll have to drive all the way down the field and score a touchdown with no timeouts, and then they'll have to get an onside kick. So the odds are slim. Georgia will get the football back. 2-minute warning. Notre Dame leading by 13. So after the 2-minute warning, Georgia will start with the ball at their 15. They just got called for a false start. It is 1st and 15. Gunnar Stockton gonna need a miracle. Georgia's down by 13, 1:49 to go. Here is Stockton. Gonna check it down. Ball was tipped. ETN makes the catch. He's gonna be tackled short of the first down. Remembering college football, clock stops after every first down under 2 minutes. But with no timeout, without getting a first down, the clock won't stop. Notre Dame's gonna rush 3. Now, okay, they're gonna throw a screen, and that went about as bad as you'd expect. Dylan Bell wrapped up in the backfield, and that's gonna lose a ton of time. And Georgia players on the sideline already hugging each other. They think it's over. 1:15 to go. Every second that ticks off brings us closer to the finish line. A minute to play. Stockton looking, gonna launch it as far as his arm can take him, and it's incomplete. Nearly intercepted by Moore. 4th down and 6. The Dogs trying one last chance here to save their college football season. For Coach Kirby and the Dogs, this could be the final play in the Sugar Bowl. 4th and 6, 59 seconds to play. Georgia 0 for 2 on 4th down, needed to even have a slight 1% chance. Stockton pressured, and he's sacked. Ball game over. Notre Dame is going to the Final Four. And the season is over. The SEC champions are going to be eliminated. And the Final Four of the college football playoff is set. It'll be Ohio State versus Texas in the Cotton Bowl on Friday. And it'll be Notre Dame versus Penn State in the Orange Bowl on Thursday. That'll do it. A fitting end to this game as Gunnar Stockton taken to the ground. And it's Notre Dame who pulls it off in the Sugar Bowl. Riley Leonard came all the way from Duke, and now he is going to be playing in a semifinal playoff game. How about that? College football chaos. Couple more knees and Notre Dame will have it. And that's it. Notre Dame will advance. They take down the Bulldogs. And they are the Sugar Bowl champions and will go on to the next round. Ball game over. They're going to Gatorade dump Marcus Freeman. This Notre Dame team, this defense is elite. And that'll be a big-time matchup with them and Penn State. So, anyways, man, that's going to do it for the live stream. Georgia goes down. How about college football? And Notre Dame, again, Riley Leonard didn't have to throw for over 100 yards passing. He ran for 65. Notre Dame didn't have a receiver go over 50 yards receiving. Notre Dame didn't have a runner go for over 100. But the difference was the ground game for Georgia was completely bottled up. 11 carries and 38 yards for Trevor Etienne. Gunnar Stockton, 225 yards and 1 touchdown. But the key stat of the day was the sacks. Notre Dame's defense was all over the field. Multiple sacks today, including the biggest play of the game. I mean, the reality is these teams were very even. Their passing games, honestly, Georgia had a much better and more explosive passing game than Notre Dame. The difference is Georgia got beat in the line of scrimmage in pass protection the whole night, and Notre Dame was able to run with their quarterback, got them enough, but it was just the big plays swung Notre Dame's way. Georgia got the first big one with the Smith play, but Notre Dame, that fumble before half completely changed the football game. And then getting the kick return touchdown out of the half too. I mean, you're down 20-3 to a team like Notre Dame with that defense. It looks pretty insurmountable. So that'll do it for the Sugar Bowl. Notre Dame advances. They defeat the Bulldogs. And I hope you guys just all have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be sure to click that subscribe button if you enjoy what you listen to here on the YouTube channel. I appreciate all you guys, man. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Thank you for watching. Hook 'em horns, baby. My horns are going to the semifinals. I can't wait for that. Next Friday, Texas versus Ohio State. And then it'll be Notre Dame versus Penn State in the Orange Bowl next Thursday. So exciting stuff, man. A week from today, we'll have more college football playoff action. But for now, take a week off. Got some NFL games on Sunday, but college football, 4 more teams remaining. Who's going to take it? I have no idea. Is it going to be Texas? Is it going to be OSU? Is it going to be Penn State? Is it going to be Notre Dame? I mean, it's anyone's ball game at this point. So, yeah. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hook 'em.